Do not suppose that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to turn a man against his father, a daughter against a mother, a daughter-in-law against a mother-in-law. A man's enemies will be the members of his own household. Anyone who loves their father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Anyone who loves their son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Whoever does not take up their cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Whoever finds their life will lose it, and whoever loses their life for my sake will find it. Okay, guys, so I want us to continue and finish, actually. So as I was speaking, guys, the relationship that I have with Daddy and my Lord, guys, is too strong, is very, very strong, and it started at the age of 14. You understand? It's been 2 decades and some change, you understand? So it's hard for me to balance the relationship that I have with them with the relationship that I have with my physical families, because I also have elders in the physical family, but their expectations of me, you understand, their traditions, they are not in line with his word. And so because of that, you know, guys, when you've got a permanent family and a temporal family, it would be foolish of me to choose to please the temporal family when I'm going to die. If there's one thing we all know is that I'm going to die. So it will be foolish of me, knowing that I'm going to die physically, and just focus on the physical family when I can see that the way they live is not in line with the way my permanent father, you understand, guys? So you have to see it as a human being and make decisions that are hard. Guys, decisions that are harsh. And I said right now, guys, and I was thinking, and I was like, yo, it's hard, guys. You wouldn't know how to strike a balance. And sometimes I sit and I'm like, these things, the secret knowledge of the kingdom of heaven are hidden to human beings, because our mindset can't take this in. It's hard because you don't know how to deal with them. You don't know how to strike a balance. You look at the Peters, the Paul, the James, the John. For me, it's very easy to relate with them than with the people I live with in this generation, because I don't know who has the same relationship I have with Daddy, except those, because they knew Jesus, you understand? So when you know them, the love just becomes strong, because you also get to understand their attribute, how they are, you understand? They are so loving, they are so humbled, they are so selfless, and you look at all of that, and the love just grow deep, and you can't ignore the permanent and focus on the temporal. It's so hard, guys. It really, really is hard. Believe me when I tell you. Guys, it really, really is hard. And it's hard for me. Believe me, guys, when I tell you, it's hard for me. I just don't know how to balance. Let me be honest. I don't know how to balance, because I cannot force my physical family to obey Daddy. I can't. At the same time, I cannot change Daddy's laws. Who am I? You understand? I'm a child. I can't do that. They don't want it. You understand? And there's nothing I can do about it. Left it to me, my physical family will also obey Daddy, because I want them to also go to where I want to go when I leave this place. But can I do anything about it? No. Sometimes I do feel guilty because of being very, guys, you see, I'm very secretive and I'm very private, so I don't speak about these things. So because of that, I feel guilty. I'm like, if I had told them that I know these things, maybe some of them would really believe, because they do go to church, but churches are preaching their own things now. You understand? Jesus got me out of churches because the beliefs of churches come from human beings, and they carry the Bibles, the pastors, they carry the Bible, but they will tell you to pray to Mary. That doesn't come from Jesus, it's come from humans. They tell you that others open churches and tell you that there is no hell. That is a belief of a human being. It's not in line with Jesus' word. Others will tell you to seek riches, run after the things of the world as blessings, prosperity. Once saved, saved forever. You read the word, it's not in line with the word. Others will open churches and tell you that God works together with ancestors. It's not in line with the word. It's because they want to worship ancestors together with daddy. So they come up with beliefs that are not in line with the word. And Jesus is like, Nini, if you follow these teachings, you're not going to enter my kingdom. And that man loves me too much, guys. I've been dealing with him at the age, guys, from the age of 14. They've invested so much in me, proved so much of the word, to me. So it's like, guys, if I disobey Jesus, not only will I go to hell, but I'll also disappoint him. Guys, when someone has invested so much in you, when someone loves you so much, and guys, my Lord, He gave us the blood. All of us are benefiting from it. He gave us the teachings. If you're going to obey them and apply them, you will benefit because you will remain spiritually alive. But with me, guys, He went an extra mile, proving things to me, proving the kingdom to me, revealing themselves to me. And guys, I don't speak about these things, and maybe you've sat down and you've been listening to the way I teach, you've been listening to my preachings, and you're like, this girl's preaching is different from anyone's preaching. It's because I'm preaching from a point of view of knowledge. I'm not preaching from the point of view of reading, which is good, guys. I look at Thomas when he said, unless I see the marks and the scars on his body, I can't believe. And Jesus enters the house, while doors are closed like that, and he says, Philip, blessed is he who believes without seeing me. You don't know, because I don't know if you understand. He says, blessed is he who believes without seeing me. You know what I mean? And I think about me knowing these things, and guys, you can't take away the proof that I have. It's too much. It's too much, guys, way too much. I have this gift of seeing divine revelations, meaning that things concerning kingdom of heaven, you understand? And guys, I've been to places. Let me just say that. So right now, I can't speak about things. I'm not good, with that, but sometimes as a human being, you need to testify. You understand? You need to testify. Maybe it will help someone out there. You know what I mean? That's why I always say at the end, and remember, the word of God still remain the only source of information about his kingdom. You understand? So for him to get me out of churches and warn me while I was still in churches, no, if you take those beliefs, you won't make it to my kingdom. And it's a kingdom that I know of. You understand? So things are hard. You understand? It's hard for me to relate. It's hard for me to balance. I just don't know what to do. Maybe I should just, in fact, I'm thinking that the only way I can make my family understand why I obey daddy so much than them, maybe, is to just tell them the truth. Sometimes you don't want to tell people the truth because you don't want to offend them. But I guess it's the only way that they can understand why I'm behaving like this, because they don't. Guys, I really behave in a strange way. I'm so scared, guys. I'm scared of human beings. I'm scared of socializing with people because people just want to continue sinning, and they tell that God forgive, and he doesn't. When you know the truth, it doesn't. You understand? So it's hard. It's like for them, I stick to the word instead of what they say. I actually obey the word more than what they say, and they don't know why. And now I'm telling you, and I sit and I'm like, maybe I should come out now and tell them the truth. Maybe they will understand why I behave the way I do. I remember even back in the days when I was going to church, pastors would be like, you're not loyal to us, but you are very loyal to the word. I didn't tell them that the reason I was loyal to the word is because of knowing what I know. You understand? I did not hear about Jesus from pastors, so I don't rely on pastors telling me about Jesus. I did not get proofs or convincing or whatever from pastors about the word. It's Jesus who dealt with me. So I don't necessarily rely on what they say. If now Jesus has told me to stick to the word, stick with my word, never lie about my word in any. If the pastor is telling me something that is not in line with the word, I'm not going to take that. So they used to say, you are so loyal to the word instead of what we say. I don't know if they actually understood what they were saying to me. But it wasn't because of pride. You understand? It's because the word I knew because of Jesus. I understood the word because of Jesus, and I was convinced by Jesus. So for me, it's a whole different story. You understand? Maybe also you've been sitting and you're like, why does she preach like this? She's scaring us, because some people say, when you preach, you're scaring us, you're scaring us. And I don't mean to. But I fear things that I know for a fact exist. You understand? And I fear people I know for a fact exist. You understand? You can't take that away from me. I can hide it, but now maybe I'm sitting down and I'm like, maybe I should come out to my family and tell them the truth, because really it's really eating me up. But going back to this part, because here Jesus is speaking about a fact that he's coming to divide the family members. They are going to be enemies. Members of the same family will be enemies. And guys, it's true. While I'm not enemy with anyone at home, guys, there is love, but I've distanced myself because I'm trying to run away from influence and pressure. Because if they are running after the things of the world, they will also expect me to. Even worse, I'm a graduate as well. So for them, it's like, you can do what we are doing. You can have what we are having. Yet I'm running away from running after the things of the world. You understand? So they don't understand. Maybe it's time for me to come out. I don't know. And I'm thinking that maybe I should now come out. You know what I mean? At the same time, it's hard because I'm secretive and private. You understand? So this thing, guys, is really, really hard. Jesus, what he's speaking about, he says, for I have come to turn people against each other in the faith because of me. You understand? So when a person doesn't obey daddy, guys, that's why you always heard me say that I don't care who you are. It's because I've got this relationship with my permanent family, but I'm also residing here on earth with my temporal family. And it's hard when they don't obey. I have to run away. They don't know why. Why do you stick with the word? Why do you stick with the word instead of us, your blood? They don't know why. You know what I mean? So it's things like that, guys, that you just sit and you're like, it's tough. It really, 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 really is tough. You know what I mean? So Jesus here is saying something that I understand very much, because he also, because he was the firstborn, even though Mary could not give birth to Jesus, but she was used as an envelope because Jesus already existed in heaven. That's why I always speak about the fact that how he was physical is not how he really looks. As he said that my head is white as snow. My hair is white as snow. My eyes are blazing with fire. Jesus is like that. That's the real Jesus. You understand? And he actually tells us in the book of Revelations and in Daniel 7, you understand? So we know that that's how Jesus looks, you understand? While I'm not going to be speaking about what I know in my revelations right now, I'm saying that that's how Jesus looks, you understand? So for him, to be among the people of the world, Mary was there, Joseph was there, and his other siblings, you understand? For him, to stick with daddy, also loving them because he also loved them. You need to get that. Jesus also loved his physical family, but at the same time, because he knows his daddy. So it's a different whole story. So you are a sheep. And John says that he who is born of God does not continue in sin, because the seed of God remaineth in the person. So they can't sin because they are born of God. So I came to understand the differences between the seeds, meaning the sheep and the wolves, because of what daddy was saying to me. He says, you're actually my daughter, So I'll put two and two together, like, oh, that's why you love me that much. That's why you care so much, That's why you want to prove things to me and everything. So everything, was made clear after that to me, why they were treating me the way they do, you understand? And how much, and I realized why they love me the way they love me, you understand? So after that, I had to go to the word and find out things. And guys, I really found out about wolves and sheep, So that's why I speak most about it, because it things that I know, you know what I mean? So it's hard. So if you also have a relationship with them, maybe you've also had divine occurrences and you're not speaking about it, it's going to be hard for you as well. And I'm coming out because I want you to know that you're not alone. It's hard to deal with such, because you've got also physical family which is temporal, but you love them as well. So you need to make sure that you do what they want. you, because the physical family have their expectation of you. Daddy wants you to do his work. Obey him, because if you don't obey him, you will die spiritually. It doesn't matter how much he loves you. He won't hesitate to take you to hell. You understand? So you need to do all those things. Choose him, do his will, do his work, obey him, fight temptations, and forget about a physical family, particularly those who don't want him. There's nothing you can do. You love them, but there's nothing you can do. You can't force them. Guys, until next.